For the longest time, I saw self-love just as a tool to pamper myself, either as a reward for working hard or as a candy when I'm feeling low. That's probably what self-care looks like these days on social media. Things like bubble baths and impulse shopping sprees. I mean, there's nothing to not love in a bubble bath. But self-love doesn't have to be just a prize at the end of a rough day. It should be the medium to make those days a little easier. It's about showing up for yourself, the great, the messy, and the in-between you. When you start to love yourself, you also show up for others in the most genuine way. So today, I want to share some self-love practices that remind me every day that I am enough. We think gratitude is all about being thankful for the things we have. Our jobs, achievements, relationships, and the material comforts around us. But as I express love for myself, I realize how important it is to be grateful for who I am, not just what I have. We often count our weaknesses and flaws, but fail to acknowledge our strengths, our uniqueness, things that make us, us. I am not very intelligent and I am slow at grasping new things. But I am also very detail-oriented and creative. I am impatient and finicky at times, but I am also empathetic and a hopeless optimist. Getting to know myself and the person I've become through all my experiences is a huge part of my self-love journey. And I encourage you as well to recognize who you truly are and be grateful for that person. I have often been my harshest critic, replaying all my mistakes in my mind like a playlist. But here's the thing, if a friend made the same mistakes, I would comfort them rather than blaming or attacking them. So why can't I offer myself the same love? We are so hard on ourselves for so many things. Not being the best at work, spending money the wrong way, having hurt someone emotionally, despite knowing that you did the best you could. Being gentle with myself means acknowledging that it's okay if things don't work out the way I imagined. It also means forgiving myself for my lack of knowledge or experience back then. Wouldn't it be nice to speak to yourself on a hard day like you would speak to a friend? Self-love doesn't need to be expensive or showy. It's a quiet practice, often unnoticed by the world, but deeply felt within. It's in the way you care for yourself on hard days, the pat you give yourself on the back for a small win, and the small acts of love you offer, not as a reward, but as your birthright. Shopping and spa days are great at times, but taking care of yourself, like massaging your tired feet after a long day and nurturing your skin with intention, is something I would like to do more often. Similarly, enjoying a candlelit hot shower or baking myself a sweet treat are a few self-care rituals that genuinely make me feel good. I am a big-time planning person, planning my days, weeks, writing to-do lists, setting goals. But some days don't go as planned. I'm either out of motivation or energy. But I've learned that honoring my energy is just as important as being disciplined. It's okay to pause, to listen to what you need. And sometimes that could also mean saying no to certain things or people, because setting boundaries helps me make space for myself. Some acts of love to honor how I feel is taking a day off, spending a quiet moment meditating, a walk in nature, or taking out my bike to see the sunset. When this channel reached 2,000 and then 3,000 subscribers within a week, I was thrilled. It's not a big milestone, sure, but it's a clear indication that I'm growing. So, to show myself love and gratitude, I gifted myself a book I'd been wanting to read for a long time. And it felt so worth it. By the way, I'm absolutely enjoying reading fiction, especially the romance and the mystery genres. I love to celebrate my small achievements in different ways. Watching a movie I've been excited about all month, going to a fancy restaurant and treating myself to my favorite meal. Or maybe if something feels too special, I might want to take a weekend trip somewhere nearby. I feel it's so important to remember that our big wins are a result of these small victories. So, show yourself some love on every small occasion. There are days when I have zero motivation, when even getting out of bed feels hard. On those days, I remind myself that showing up doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as writing a few lines in my journal about how I feel and what I want to do today, or just being there with my feelings without trying to fix them. Self-love, I feel, is like coming home to yourself. It's about standing in front of the mirror without needing to change what you see, sitting with your thoughts without trying to escape, and showing up for yourself even when no one's watching. Self-love is not a linear process. You will have ups and downs, and there will be days when you feel great, energized, and positive. But there will also be times when you don't, and that's more than okay. Just like loving others, just like any love story, it's a journey. But forming this relationship with myself has truly changed how I show up in the world. I hope this video resonated with you in some way and inspired you to love yourself unconditionally before anyone else. I am sending you all lots of love this Valentine season, and I'll see you soon in the next video.